everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Mademoiselle Lena, and you can find me online at www.conjureknits.com. Today we are here to do the Libra weekly forecast for March the 6th through the 12th, 2022. Before we get started, I do want to go ahead and cut to commercial, and then we'll be right back to do the reading.
Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Mademoiselle Lena, and you can find me online at www.conjureknits.com. I would like to say thank you for viewing my video, and if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to my channel. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and click on the little bell so that you'll receive notifications of when I go live or upload new videos. I do try to stay pretty busy here on my channel. I do all 12 zodiac signs for the monthly tarot scopes. On Sundays, we have Conjure Crew with myself, Mambo Tanya, and the Black Bonnet Witch. On Mondays, I upload the weekly forecast. Every day, I do a card of the day reveal. On Wednesdays, we have the virtual book club. We are currently reading the Sword of Truth series by Terry Goodkind. It has been so much fun following Richard and Kaylin on their adventures, so you are definitely going to want to join us for that. I also pop on from time to time and do free readings, so make sure you get my notifications by clicking that little bell. Oh, and by the way, did you know that you can get your monthly tarot scope up to 2 weeks before the general public? Oh yes, check out my Patreon for details. I will drop a link in the description box below. Alright, I feel that I have rambled on long enough. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get back to the video.
And welcome back. Alright, like I said, we are here to do the Libra weekly forecast for March the 6th through the 12th, 2022. We are going to be doing a Geomancy reading for this week's forecast. I love these type of readings. This reading, we've got 12 houses. It gives so much information. It really does. If you would like to purchase a Geomancy reading, you can go over to my website at www.conjureknits.com. Click on the shop button at the top of the page, and it'll be right there, Geomancy reading. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it. So first, we are going to do the mothers. Let me just blow this up here a little bit. All right. Libra. From March the 6th through the 12th. Libra from March the 6th through the 12th, Spirit. Okay. Now I'm going to do the houses, and then I will go back over everything and explain it house by house, and then we'll do an overview of the entire reading for you. So it is a little bit quiet at first while I'm getting the initial sigils, but after that I'll be all talk. Alright, so let me see here. Libra, March the 6th through the 12th, Spirit. Okay, so that's all we need the dice for. Now that we have the mothers, we can get the daughters. All right. Okay, so in our first house, usually this house is, how you're doing. It's about you, how you're feeling, things like that. However, since this is a weekly forecast, Libra, this is going to be how your week begins. All right, and so for our very first house, we have Letitia. Now, Letitia is about joy. It's about balance. It's happiness of every kind. It's kind of really balanced across the board. You're all right. You're all right. You're doing pretty good. So it looks like the week does start off, all right. We're on a good even keel here. Things are looking good. Let's go ahead and move over here to our second house, which is our money house. Okay, in this house, we have Carcer. Now, carcer is, well, exactly what it sounds like. It's like you're incarcerated. You're feeling a little stuck here. Your money isn't moving exactly the way that you want it to. It's somewhat restricted. It could be, now I will say this, it could be that your money is good, but you just feel stuck and you feel confined and restricted because that money is already allocated to other things. So this is not money. Your money doesn't have freedom right now. Your money is already obligated to do other things. So we do need to work on this here, because honestly, and this is just me personally, I want to see each and every one of you get to a point financially that you actually feel free. Free from debt, free from worry, free from fucking gray hair, okay? Enough of that bullshit. Alright, so let's keep moving. Now over here we have house number 3. Now this is a house of siblings. It could be your neighbors. It is your immediate surroundings. It's like within 200 miles. Okay, and here you have acquisitio. Now, acquisitio is about gain. So that is telling me that your immediate surroundings, where you are right now, your house, your home, your city, your neighbors, your brothers and sisters, your immediate surroundings, your children, if you have children that live in the house with you, these things, all your immediate surroundings, okay, where you are, not moving, but where you are. Acquisitio is gain. You are doing absolutely fabulous right where you are. Acquisitio is about success. It's about profit. It's about gain. What you want is within your grasp. It's right in front of you. I mean, right in front of you. This is your immediate surroundings. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, now, house number 4. This is the house, well, this number 1, it could represent your father. This is a general reading for Libra. Many people hopefully will watch this video, and so different people will come in with different questions. You know, there's something that each person, when they watch a video, this video, comes in wondering about something. Okay, and you know, it's pretty specific. They're like, I wonder if such and such is going to happen this week or not happen this week or whatever. And one of those questions may be about your father or a father figure. This one is also about land. It's about building, cities, towns, moving. It could also be about unknown objects. It could be ancient places and things. Well, I'm not saying your father's ancient. He may be not. You know, it depends. But this is about, you know, like having history, having roots, treasure. It you know, it used to be about things like agriculture and mining, but it's really like, and nowadays I would say childhood, home, family, security, the house that you live in, things like that. Also about moving, okay? And once again, we got Carcer. So all of these things, spirits tell me not to use the word stuck, because it's not stuck, but more that you're pretty good where you are. Things are pretty good where they are. Don't move it. Don't touch it. Leave it right there. That's what they're trying to say. All right, let's keep going. So this week is not going to be the week to move. If you are planning on moving, you can continue to plan your move. I just wouldn't necessarily do it this week. Because Carcer being here in the house of moving. It could also be saying, or like I was saying earlier, if it is your father, things you actually in that scenario may be in a situation where you feel stuck, or you feel like you're in prison, or you can't talk to your father. It may be that your father is in prison. Okay, depending on who's watching and what your question is. But I digress. Let's keep going. House number 5. This is house about, well, it says here crops, which is talking about, you know, because this is a very ancient system. Geomancy is very ancient. It's so ancient they used to do the divination in the dirt, okay? Yes, I promise you. They would make dots in the dirt. And that's how they would do their divination. So when they talk about crops, they talk about how, you know, are my crops going to be good this year? Because they worried about things like that. So in this particular scenario, I would say, you know, it's my abundance. Are my grounds going to be fertile? Is the seeds that I planted going to become something? This could also, it is about a child, so your children. It's also the house of pleasure. And with the child and the pleasure together, of course, that is about fertility and the crops, the child and the pleasure together, fertility and pregnancy. So if that is what you're wondering about, here we have Pur. Now, Pur is a masculine energy. It is a passionate energy. It is like a force. It's seeking its sudden change. So that's saying that, yes, some of you are wanting to become pregnant or experience more pleasure. You're looking for you know, Hey, am I gonna find me a guy with a big penis? Okay, you're seeking this, and well, let me tell you, with it being a sudden change, it could just pop up. If you already have it, it could leave suddenly. If you're looking for it, it could suddenly pop up. It could also say if you are pregnant, it could be a sign that this is a boy, because this is masculine energy here. Yeah, it's there, but there's a lot of transformation here, sudden change. But yeah, I mean, take that how you will, with it being a masculine, passionate energy. It's a forceful energy, but it's also sudden change. Because I'm getting a lot of different messages. It's like they're trying to like bombard my head with all these messages, and I'm like, whoa, wake the fuck up. More than one person is going to be watching this video, and so I can't give out, a million different messages just because I'm going to get a million views, So, but basically what I told you, depending on what you're seeking for this particular house, there's your answer. All right, moving on. House number 6. This is a house of people, pets, and illnesses. It could be employees. It could be people in service, professions. It could be, honestly, about practitioners of magic. Not you, but other practitioners of magic. Domestic animals. Yeah, pets. Okay, and here we have Albus. Now, Albus to me is so sweet. It's like this pure white light. It's like peace. It's purity. It's wisdom. It can be weak sometimes and require the help of others, but it's also, how do I put this? It's like quiet. It's so innocent and so pure. It's like quiet progress. This could be beginnings too here. If you look, it does kind of look like a wine glass. You got the cup up here, the stem, and then the bottom, the base here. I say beginnings because you think the toast when you get married, that's a new beginning. But this is such a peaceful sigil here. It's just the feeling is just so calm, and I mean, it's the feeling that I'm getting is almost like it's just serene. It's so peaceful, so beautiful. All right, now to the house that a lot of you have been waiting for. This is what house number 7 is, the house that I like to call the house of romance. You heard it, romance. All right, and it's about your partners. It can be about contracts. It could also be about conflicts as well. It's intense human relationships. It could be a spouse. It could be a lover. It's all love and marriage, partnerships, agreements, conflicts, competitions, known enemies. It could be a person that you're looking to find. It's just, and the thing that gets me here is, and I kind of find it funny, but the sigil that we get here is populous. And populous means people. And it's like a whole bunch of people. It's a whole group of people. It's like patterns of experience that have no focus of their own. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. no focus on their own, because it's like a whole crowd here. And you know how every person in the crowd has a different experience, and everybody on say like Wall Street is shouting stuff out. This is what you should do, this is what you should do, this is what you should do. And you respond to those energies from outside yourself. So this is telling me honestly that you need to take some time, have some quiet reflection, okay? Maybe do some meditation, learn to get your chi together, learn to flow and focus, because right now in your house of romance, your partners, your contracts, maybe people you work with, have contracts with, are in business with, your romantic partner, you've got too many people on the outside of the relationship telling you what you should do. When, like I said, you just need to take some time, have some quiet reflection, meditate, get your focus right, and make your own decision. Also, it could be that your partner is the one that's making all the other decisions. They're telling you, oh, we should do it this way, let's do it this way, and you're like, okay. Well, don't, if it's really what you want to do, then yeah, it's okay, but you need to speak your mind, because if you have another way of doing something, you need to discuss it. Communication is so important in any type of relationship. So don't always just be a follower. You need to be equal partners here. Speak your mind, but do it in a nice, calm way. And communicate about it and make compromises. But don't always just fall right in line and do what everybody else says, okay? Because you've got a lot of people here in your business trying to tell you what to do. All right, let's keep going. House number 8. Now, this is a house of death, ghost, magic, and cycles. I refer to this house a lot as the house of the ancestors. Cycles are like chapters in your book of life. You close one chapter so that you can go on to the next chapter. Things like that. And you have the dragon's head. Now, this can be a couple of different things here with it being in this house. If you'll see here, you have a door, and then you have footprints leading towards the door. This is new beginnings, new possibilities. Okay? It may be that they're telling you to create an altar for your ancestors, start something new, start honoring them. Someone may be, just coming upon this and now they want to incorporate it into their spirituality by honoring the ancestors. It could be that there may I'm trying to word this very, very carefully, okay, because this is not for everybody. It may be for some, but this is not for everyone. There may be, you may lose some people around you, so there may be new spirits that join this house here. It could also mean, like I was saying in your book of life, that you need to leave the past in the past and close that chapter and go on to the next chapter, because there are new beginnings waiting for you in this new cycle in your life, or you need to begin a new cycle. Leave the past in the past, break that old cycle. Whatever you were doing is no longer working, so let's focus on a new direction here. But I mean, like I was saying, I didn't want to say that about some of people, but I mean, it's true. Some of you may have people that pass this week, so just prepare yourself. Always prepare an ancestor altar, just a white candle and a glass of water, just talk to him. Just talk to him. All right. Then down here in house number 9, this is our house of travel, spirituality, and divination. Now in this house you have Tristitia. And Tristitia is like an arrow pointed down. You can see here it's like going down. It's an arrow going down. So this is it's a downward movement. It's lowered spirits, it's lowered vitality, lowered expectations. It can feel very stabilizing, and I mean, you can feel stuck. It's a lot of sorrow here. So if you are planning on moving or going or traveling over 200 miles this week, it may not be the right time. This could also, refer to something that's happening over 200 miles away. It's really tugging at your heart, and you feel, you feel very sorrowful for whatever is going on. As far as spirituality, it could be that you've kind of, maybe you need to pick that back up again. Okay, because right now it seems to be going in a downward motion, and we want to lift ourselves and each other up. Also, those of you who have considered learning divination, which by the way I will be teaching a class very soon, but those of you who have been considering learning or furthering your education in divination, you've kind of lost your get up and go as far as that is concerned. So that's something else you might want to look into. Is it something that you really want to do? Is it something that really interests you? And if it is, don't let it go. I'm going to tell you right now, divination is something that you have to practice on a regular basis. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. I mean, everybody always makes the comment, you can go years without riding a bike and you just get back on it. It's just like riding a bike. Well, let me tell you something. After a few years, your ass gets bigger and it's not the same as it was before. You get back on that thing and well, my ass is really wide now and I get short of breath, and it's just not the same as it was back in the day. So don't let people tell you, oh, it's just like riding a bike. You need to keep it up. Keep practicing, pull one card a day, whatever you got to do. If this is something that interests you, pick up a book, read a book on the history of divination. That stuff is very interesting. But do something just to keep it up. Don't let your spirits get down and let that go to the wayside. Okay, I don't know why that was so important, but I needed to get that out. All right, let's keep going. House number 10. Now this is the house of career, reputation. It can also be about your mother. Now in this house we got Fortuna Minor. Okay, Fortuna Minor. Now Fortuna Minor is a good sigil, okay? It is fortune. It's just a lesser fortune. Whatever it is, it's going to come in fast, but it's not stable, so it's not going to last long. It is successful. So let's say you are thinking of changing careers. All right, and you're like, there's nothing out there for me. I went to college, I got a degree, and I can't find any work in my field. Well, this is telling you right here, don't worry about that, because whatever you get, you're gonna get it quickly. It's gonna serve its purpose, and then it's gonna go away. All right, it's gonna come in fast, be successful, and then move out. So don't worry about it not being in your field. Mr. Bill does not care where the money comes from as long as he gets paid. So if you are looking for a job, you do have something that is coming in fast. If you need a job, take it, because $10 or $12 an hour is better than $0 per hour. Bill wants to get paid. He don't even care. I'm just saying. And it's only temporary. You're not going to be working at McDonald's or whatever forever. It's just to get you by through this time, all right? It's there to serve a purpose. Okay, so I don't know if that is, like I was saying, you're looking for a job, like you have no job and you're looking for a job, or if you maybe just looking for a side hustle. So you need something, you got some bills that, somebody's on your case, hey, you need to pay this, hey, you need to pay this. You pick up a side hustle, you're going to get approved right away, you're going to make lots of money, and then it's gone, boom. It served its purpose. Okay? And also the same thing with, as far as your reputation is concerned. If people are talking shit about you, it's going to come in fast. They're going to get their point across, and then they'll fucking go away. So don't even worry about that, okay? Your reputation, if you've worked hard and you've earned a good reputation, that's going to stand, for the long haul. So people are always going to talk. People are always going to start drama. Just let that shit go. It's going to go away fast. All right, now, house 11. This is the house of friends. It's the house of help, like getting help from friends or outside help. It's the house of hopes and wishes, and it's the house of the unspoken question. Remember when I was saying we're going to have 1 million views on this video, so that's 1 million people that are going to come on, and they're going to be wondering about a specific thing, and that, this is the answer to that unspoken question. That question that they didn't ask, but that they are wondering about. And the answer is via. Now, here's the thing about via. You see here how I have single dots and then I have a line. Well, basically the line is, 2 dots, but when I'm doing my little figures, it's easier if I just draw a line. So you got 1 dot, you got 2 dots. 1 dot is active energy. 2 dots, or a line, in my case, is passive energy. Now here we have fire, we have air, we have water, and we have earth. And every single one of them are active. So that's a whole lot of energy going on. That's a lot of it's like it reminds me of, it crackles. It's almost like electricity. It just crackles. There's so much static energy here. It is movement. It's forward movement, or it could be backwards movement, because like up here on the dragon's head, you have a doorway which you're moving towards. Here, you have no doorway at the top nor at the bottom, so it could be movement forward or movement backwards. But it is definitely change in all forms. It is flow. I really suggest that you use your intuition. And it could also be a change of a cycle. Like back up here in the house that cycles are in, I was talking about close one chapter so that you can start another. You got new beginnings with Dragon's Head, and this could also be about changing cycles. All right, so let's go ahead and move over to house 9. This is our house of restrictions, debts, secrets, and we got the dragon's head again. So this is new beginnings. Let me go ahead and write dragon's head. This is new beginnings. Okay? Depending on what you are doing, this could be good, or this could be not so good. All right, because we're talking about restrictions, we're talking about debts, we're talking about secrets. Okay, people talking, and it looks like there are, and it's in the house, and it's in people here. So people talking, telling secrets. These are new rumors coming out. These are new restrictions. I mean, if you are initiating into a house, of course, you will have taboos. That could be, a new restriction coming in. So that in that case, it's not bad. I mean, don't eat salt for 45 days or whatever, or whatever your taboos may be, your restrictions. Debt. It could be, like I was saying back over here, that, this is new beginnings. This may be new debt that pops up unexpectedly. Something comes onto your credit report, maybe from a couple years ago. You forgot about it, and then boom, there it is. New debts. Okay, but it could also be because you bought that house. So now you do have new debt. Whatever it is, it's the beginning of restrictions, debt, and secrets. So, like I was saying, depends on your particular situation. That could be good, that could be not so great. Alright, so we are going to keep moving. Now, these three down here, when I am doing a geomancy reading, they are, it's like a court, okay? And all of these up here are going to be like, the jury, the 12 jurors. And then you're going to have one witness, the second witness, and the judge. And then you get the sentence and all that kind of good stuff. But we are doing a weekly forecast here. And as you can see, this is the past. And it's not written here, but this is the present. And this is the future. Alright, so let's go to the past. We have poor. This was what I was saying earlier about this is a male, a masculine energy. It's a very passionate energy. It's force. It's seeking something out and sudden change. Okay, so in the past you may have done things, pretty rash. Making sudden changes, not always necessarily thinking about what you're doing. You just like, okay, I'm doing it. This is what I'm going to do. It's also transformation, but it's this real. It's got such a masculine feel to it, like you're kind of puffing out your chest like an old cock, like an old rooster. You're puffing out your chest and you're like prancing around and you're like, I'm gonna do this shit my way, and you just do it, okay? And that's kind of the way it's been in the past. Now in the present, I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, I'll do present. In the present, we have acquisitio. This is all about gain, success, profit and gain, what you want being within your grasp. So right now is the time that if you are going to be rash and jump on something and take the reins on something, absolutely this week is the week to do it. Okay, except for that traveling thing. Now, in the future, if you leave things alone, because we all have free will, if there's something in this reading that you did not particularly like, you have free will. You can change that area, that particular house, to make it be what you want it to be by changing your actions, okay? If you let this reading be and just let life flow the way it's consistently flowing, your future, you get Leticia. Leticia is joy, it's balance, it's happiness of every kind. It's like you're ascending, okay, because you have an abundance of you're just at peace. You're so happy, so full of joy. So let me write that down, Leticia. So let's look at this overall. Now I know yep, there it is. You start off the week with Leticia, and that is also your final. So the way that you're feeling at the beginning of the week, all the joy, the balance, the happiness of every kind across the board, you know, that's, that's good. And and with it ending on the same thing for the future, it's this week's really going to flow pretty good for you. Now there are a couple areas that we were talking about that have cursor in your money and moving. And it's not the time. You're good where you are. Don't necessarily feel stuck. And with acquisitio, be in the present and also right here in your immediate surroundings. I don't really feel like your money is stuck. I just feel like it's already predestined for something. So you want that money to be free. You want to be able to be free with that money and not always have that money committed to something else. So, like I was saying, now is the time for gain. So you really want to, if you pay that shit off, this is the week to do it, because this is the week it's all about gain. You're gaining, whether that be confidence, whether that be money. You got a lot of good stuff going on here. Like I was saying here, if it's a side gig, a new job you don't necessarily want, don't worry about it, because it's there for a purpose. It's going to come in fast, take care of its job, and then it's going to go. But overall, it looks like you have a fantastic week. I would love if you would leave some comments down below. Let me know how your week went, and yeah, just let me hear from you. And like I was saying, if you would like a more personal and in-depth reading for yourself, you can go over to my website at www.conjureknits.com. Click on the link or the button at the top of the page that says shop and click on Geomancy Reading. I look so forward to doing your personal reading. Alright guys, have an amazing week. Love you bunches.